Hello and welcome to Top Stories on Viewer Television. My name is Patient Sidi. The military and the Inspector General of Police, Kayode Agbetekun, has declared a battle against hoodlums who may be planning to snatch ballot boxes during Saturday's governorship elections in Kogi, Bayelsa, and Imo State. The security chiefs threatened to deal with troublemakers just as the police authorities said they would deploy 67,000 personnel in Kogi and Bayelsa State ahead of the polls. Governor Hope Uzodinma of Imo State and his counterpart in Bayelsa State, Daoye Diri, are seeking re-election while Governor Yahaya Bello of Kogi State is rounding off his second term and he is supporting the All Progressive Congress candidate Usman Ododo, whom he anointed among the aspirants to win the party's ticket. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission failed to produce in court former governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, Godwin Emefiele, as directed by the court. The Federal Capital Territory High Court in Abuja had on Thursday ordered the commission to either release Emefiele unconditionally or produce him in court on Monday for the hearing of a motion on his bail. At the court proceedings on Monday, the former CBN governor was absent. Emefiele's lawyer, Matthew Booker, accused the EFCC of disobeying the court order. The federal government revealed that the more than 4.3 trillion naira worth of crude oil was stolen in 7,143 pipelines vandalism cases within a period of 5 years. It disclosed this at the Nigeria International Pipeline Technology and Security Conference in Abuja, with the team blustering regulations, technology and security for growth. The conference was organized by the Pipeline Professionals Association of Nigeria. In a presentation at the conference by the Nigerian Extractive Industry Transparency Initiative, a federal government agency, the organization revealed that oil theft and losses in Nigeria had become a national emergency. The Executive Secretary, Nati Ogbonnaya Oji, said oil theft was an emergency that posed a serious threat to oil exploration and exploitation with huge negative consequences on economic growth, business prospects, and profit earnings by oil companies. 2 people were killed and 2 others sustained injuries after fire raised a part of the High Commission of Canada in Abuja. It was gathered that the fire started some minutes after 11 a.m. from the generator house when the power generating plants were undergoing maintenance. A reliable source who pleaded anonymity because she was not authorized to speak on the issue told newsmen that one of the men of the Federal Fire Service were able to put the fire under control. The area has now been cordoned off and investigators are expected to ascertain the cause of the fire. There was a major fire outbreak at the High Commission of the Canada in Nigeria's capital city on Monday. Parts of the building situated at 13010 G Palm Close Diplomatic Drive Central Business District in Abuja was affected. Following travel advisory by the United States, the federal government said there is no cause for panic by Nigerians. It also said it will ensure the safety and well-being of all Nigerians and visitors. It said security and intelligence agencies have been constantly at work, foiling threats and neutralizing bandits. It said the Nigerian Air Force have been busy with successful airstrikes against criminals and terrorists in the northeast and northwest. It allayed fears that the crisis in Niger Republic might fuel terrorism in Nigeria. Ekiti State government has begun the test run of independent power project as part of efforts to boost electricity supply. The independent power station, which was initiated by former Governor Kayode Fayemi-led government and completed by incumbent Governor Biodun Ayebanji, was one in the series of interventions to address inherent challenges in electricity supply to the state. In a chat with newsmen in Edo-Ekiti, Commissioner for Infrastructure Professor Bolaji Aluko said the project had been tested successfully for 2 weeks with 700 kilowatts distributed so far out of the 3.5 megawatts. The technical director Ekiti IPP Limited, Mrs. Odunayo Lanre Bamudu, an engineer, said the project was fully in operation and it had been working perfectly for about 2 weeks, noting that government facilities across the Ekiti were benefiting from the electricity source. Yola, the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, alleged that it suspended resident electoral commissioner in Adamawa State, Barrister Hudu Unisa Ari, and his shorty were on the run. Having evaded arrest, the electoral body, through its counsel Rotimi Jacobson, told Adamawa High Court, presided over by Justice Benjamin Manji Lawan, that the prosecution failed to arraign Hudu Ari due to inability to arrest him. INEC had dragged Hudu to court on a 6-count charge bordering an announcement of false electoral results, violating the oath of neutrality, breach of duty, disorderly conduct at election, inciting disturbance, and impersonating a public servant. The naira crashed against the dollar, falling to 1,030 per dollar on the average in the parallel market, losing the momentum it gathered last week. The representing at 80 naira loss, or 8.42% decline of the local currency compared to the 950 naira. It closed the week at last Friday. This is also the first time the naira is falling since the Central Bank of Nigeria began to clear some of its FX backlog last week. Currency traders, also known as bureaux the Bureau de Change operators, told the Punch that the naira was trading at between $990 to $1,030. And that's how much we can take on Top Stories. My name is Patience Sidiman. Thanks for watching. Do enjoy the rest of our programs.